Have you ever wondered how your money stacks up against other people your age? How much should you have saved? Are you ahead of your peers or are you falling behind? Your 20s are arguably the most important decade for your finances because the habits you build now will impact the rest of your life. But saving in your 20s is hard. You're juggling rent, student loans, and having a life, all while probably making the least amount of money you ever will. Some people online say they have over $100,000 saved, while others are living paycheck to paycheck. So what's the truth? In this video, I'll break down how much the average 20-something has saved, what the benchmarks are, and how you can achieve them. And if you're behind, don't worry. I'll give you tips to help you catch up. As you've probably seen online or in your own friend group, people in their 20s have very different amounts saved. To really understand where you stand, we want to look at net worth, not just your savings account. Why? Because someone could have $10,000 in savings, but $15,000 in credit card debt. In that case, they don't have $10,000. They essentially have negative $5,000. Your net worth is simple. It's everything you own, including your savings and investments, minus everything you owe, like credit cards, student loans, and other debt. This gives a much clearer picture of your actual financial standing. According to Empower, a personal finance app that tracks user data, as of 2025, the median net worth of someone in their 20s is $7,638. That means half of people have less than that and half have more. If that number seems too low to you, especially when you think of people with full-time jobs in their late 20s, it'll make sense when you consider student loans. A lot of people in their 20s are just starting out, still paying off student loans or working their first full-time job. It's most likely the lowest amount of money they'll ever have. Some of you might even have a negative net worth, and that's okay. The goal is to start building from here. Now that you know where you stand, here are 4 money goals to hit in your 20s to set yourself up for success. Build an emergency fund. Your first goal should be to build an emergency fund with 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. This is your financial safety net for things like car repairs, unexpected medical bills, or losing your job. Once you achieve this, you'll feel way more secure knowing that if life throws you a curveball, you're covered. Save a year's salary for retirement. By the time you hit 30, try to have the equivalent of 1 year's salary saved for retirement. So if you make $70,000 a year, aim to have at least $70,000 saved across your 401k, Roth IRA, investments, and other savings accounts. Why? Because of compound interest. The earlier you start investing, the less money you have to contribute later. With 1x your salary saved at 30, you're on track to hit Fidelity's recommendation of 10x your salary saved by the age of 67. If you're in your mid-20s and don't have half your salary saved up yet, don't panic. Your income will likely grow as you get older. And the most important thing is just getting started. Next is to eliminate any high-interest consumer debt. Ideally, you never had any in the first place. But if you do, especially credit card debt, paying it off should be a top priority. High-interest consumer debt includes things like credit cards, payday loans, and buy now, pay later services. These usually come with interest rates over 15% and in some cases as high as 30% or more. At those rates, your debt grows fast, making it much harder to save, invest, or get ahead financially. Focus on paying this off as soon as possible. That being said, low-interest student loans are generally considered okay because the rates are much lower than credit cards, often between 3 and 5%. As long as you're making steady progress on them, they won't hurt your financial health the same way high-interest debt will. But make sure you fully understand the structure of any loan you take, whether it's a student loan, personal loan, or line of credit. Too many students take out loans without knowing how repayment works, which can lead to serious financial stress down the line. And fourth is to have a plan to grow your income. This is your cheat code. You don't have to be so frugal forever if you're earning more money. In your early 20s, you might still be figuring out what you want to do, and that's okay. Try new things. Say yes to side gigs and internships that help you build valuable skills and your resume. By your late 20s, you should be honing a skill set that you enjoy and that pays the bills. Pick an industry that aligns with your interests and has earning potential. Growing your income is one of the fastest ways to accelerate your savings and hit your goals faster. Now let's break down how to achieve each of these goals. For your emergency fund, start by diligently calculating your monthly fixed costs. Rent, groceries, transportation, insurance, phone bill, everything you need to pay each month. Multiply that number by 3 to 6 to figure out your target. Next, do a financial audit. Look at your bank and card statements. Where is your money leaking? If you're paying for things you don't use, cancel them. Bundle that money straight into your emergency fund. If you want to speed things up, temporarily take on extra side gigs. Anything from tutoring to delivery apps can help you quickly earn more money. You need to build a safety net. Once it's built, you can ease off the gas and focus on longer-term goals. As I mentioned, you should aim to have the equivalent of 1 year's salary saved by the time you turn 30. To do this effectively, invest in the following accounts in this order to keep more money in your pocket and reduce the amount you pay in taxes. Your 401k up to your employer match, your HSA if you have one, your Roth IRA, and make sure your money is actually being invested and not just sitting there. From there, go back to your 401k and contribute up to the yearly max. And finally, if you still have extra money to invest, good for you, put it in a taxable brokerage account. Pick a simple investing strategy, either a target retirement fund or 1 to 5 low-cost index funds. Turn on dividend reinvestment and set up automatic monthly contributions so you're investing consistently. Avoid risky individual stocks or crypto. These can easily wipe out your savings and derail your progress. Slow and steady is the move here. If you need to pay off debt, you have two main strategies. First is the Avalanche method. This saves you the most money long term, since you knock out the most expensive debt first. Next is the Snowball method, which entails paying off the smallest balances first, regardless of interest rate. This method doesn't save as much, but it can be more motivating. You get quicker wins and momentum. Both work, but the Avalanche method is the better option if you want to pay less overall. But just pick a method and stick with it. The key is to stay consistent and avoid adding more debt along the way. When it comes to growing your income, your 20s are a time to learn about yourself and build skills that will make you more money. You don't need to have it all figured out, but you should be focused on either learning or earning. If you're not doing one of those two things, it's time to switch it up. Try different roles to figure out what you're good at. And as you gain clarity, double down on your strengths. Build a portfolio and use it to negotiate higher pay. These 4 goals aren't just financial tips. They're the building blocks for freedom, confidence, and peace of mind. Start with 1, build momentum. Your future self will thank you. Don't compare yourself to strangers on the internet. Compare yourself to who you were 6 months ago and keep going. If this video gave you clarity or motivation, hit that like button and subscribe for more.